And myself, Jacob, I can do this. I'm good enough. And darn it, people like me. What's up, guys?
You failed to mention that you were smart enough, which
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't.
okay.
I'm not stepping on that sword. I'm not saying I'm smart enough. I'm just saying I can do this. And darn it, people like me.
I didn't know
Guys,
you were a producer on this, Jacob. I was scared that maybe I had been transferred over to producer Gary or something.
Oh,
Like,
producer Laura today.
Uh,
yikes.
This is
it's
a rare twofer that we haven't had MTD, by the way.
it is. This is double.
Is he
double
quit?
recording.
Is he quitting the show?
He's giving up on us.
He
He's
doesn't like me.
now he never miss. Now he's on Locks of Laughs exclusively.
That's true. We
Aw.
made
It's
so
the
much fun of
laugh.
his Subarus to where he sold it and got a new card. Then I insulted his age, saying that he was older than the podcast that we have done, and he's like, "I'm done with you two."
Yeah, now he's strictly on Ashley's Locks of Laughs.
That's
as,
right.
As her
Too bad.
emotion, he's her Stewart. Stewart saves her podcast.
That's true. Because today we are talking about Stewart saves his family with the
Yes.
one and only Al Frankione.
While Brad kills himself. That's the
Seriously.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You know,
What was you gonna say, Jacob?
we talked about this last night about this movie and Al Franken. I'm just going to jump right into this. Like, he is from Minnesota. The movie takes place in Chicago, but his family lives in Minnesota. And you know, growing up in Minnesota, Minnesota has a way of picking our political candidates because we picked Al Franken. We had ourselves some Jesse Ventura. I mean, we had some winners.
Well, I like Jesse the Body Ventura. I mean, he's a good dude. Al
He
Franken,
was.
not funny. Al Franken is not funny to me.
He is not funny at all.
And he was on Saturday Night Live way too long. And I never found him funny. I think he was a writer on Saturday Night Live, which
He was.
is ironic to me because he can't. I don't think he's hilarious. I don't think he's
Right.
funny at all. And this Stewart was his Mike Myers Wayne, right? It was
Yeah.
the character everyone knew Al Franken for. Because I don't think he did that many sketches, right?
I don't
I don't
think
think
so.
so.
I think his most of his sketches was just Stewart.
Yeah.
And people love Stewart. Although, Laura, I want you to share with what you thought we were watching. We watched this together
So,
last night, by the way, listeners.
yeah, I thought it was Stewart from Mad TV. And so
Oh my God.
I was very disappointed.
Stewart.
I was like, oh, wait, this guy? Like,
No,
Look
you
at
got-
what I can do.
him saving his family would be hilarious.
It would be.
We got the gayer Stewart. That's what we got.
And
We
what's
didn't think
funny?
it could be possible. But
What's funny
here
when
we
you
are.
think about it? Like, they've turned several skits into movies, right? SNL.
Yes.
Like Wayne World, easily the biggest.
You think?
Oh
Yes. Which one would be bigger?
yeah. What skit do you think was bigger than Wayne's World?
Are we
Or
talking
better.
about, wait, are we oh, hold on.
The 90s.
Are we talking just 90s? Because if we're talking are we talking Saturday Night Live sketch to movies? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
I would put Blues Brothers up there
Okay.
as probably it's up there with
Right.
Wayne's World as the greatest one.
It's up there, but Wayne's World's like up there. Like,
Wayne's World is good. Yes, it's a great movie. Now I'm gonna look. I gotta look this up. Top
Coneheads.
SNL.
oh,
sketch.
Coneheads.
That movie's
Coneheads
not
is
that good.
Good, but not.
Hey,
better than
it's-
Wayne's World.
Night Roxbury was good.
Night of the Roxbury is good.
Okay.
Yep.
Superstar, blah.
Bob Roberts is number one. I don't even remember Bob Roberts. Was he on? Tim Robbins played Bob Roberts. And, okay, they got Wayne's World number 2,
Ladies
Blues
Man?
Brothers number 3. So I would go with that. Wayne's World 2 is number 4. I don't buy that. That was not
Nah,
a great.
Wayne's World 2 was not great.
MacGruber was not. I didn't care much for
Oh.
MacGruber.
That's
You
terrible.
got this is a terrible list. Blues Brothers 2000 is number 6, and
I
that
don't agree
movie.
with
Okay, I'm going to look at a different ranking here because
that. What did they have as number one? The one we never heard of?
Yeah, here we go. Den of Geek ranks. This sounds more like they're gonna know. Okay, the number one, the top. Okay, 11 is Pat. 10 is Stewart Saves His Family.
No.
Blues Brothers. Coneheads. 7 is Ladies Man.
Mhm.
I don't know.
6 is Night at the Roxbury.
Okay.
Tim Robbins.
5 is Superstar. 4, Wayne's World 2. 3, MacGruber.
No.
2, Wayne's World. And 1, Blues Brothers. So we were right. Blues Brothers and Wayne's World are the
Are up
creme
there.
de la creme of SNL movies. And I would say Stuart and Pat are the turds in the toilet bowl of SNL movies. Wouldn't you think that, Jacob?
I would think that. I would say that, but I would also say, like, I would give Pat a little more credit just because it knew what it was and it was fast. Like, they didn't try to overdo it. They did a short movie and it was done.
And we're going to be doing that. Stay tuned, listeners. We have Pat coming up, so, which
Wait.
I can already tell you is a better movie than this one. Spoiler alert.
Brad brings up a great movie that we have to talk about real quick that we were debating about, and Laura needs to be the deciding answer because she can only answer this question because I couldn't remember.
Okay.
Are you a fan of Superstar?
No.
Okay.
I was right.
You were right.
Mary Catherine Gallagher? No.
See, Laura, I listened to you. Jacob was like, Laura, I said, we should do Superstar because Laura hates it. And he
I
goes,
was like, she likes that
actually,
movie.
Laura's one of her favorite movies. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
No.
I remember
No.
getting into the debate, Molly Shannon I found hot, and you couldn't imagine why I thought Molly Shannon was hot back in the late 90s.
Yeah. Unless you were like on something. Like I'm like, I don't see it.
I mean, she sniffs her armpits. That's her funny. It's not
It
good.
is.
It's not
Ladies-
funny.
Did y'all like Ladies Man with Tim Meadows? Was that good? I can't even. I don't know if I've seen
I don't
it.
even
I
see
can't
it.
remember the movie, but I liked the character. I thought it was a good character, but
I'm a Roxbury guy. I like
Roxbury was
those.
great.
Those are good characters. Yeah. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. I can see
me, you.
But this one, Stewart saves his family. This has to be I don't understand why it's ranked higher than Pat on that list.
That ain't accurate.
no.
If I put worst, I'm gonna put worst. Let's see what it just
What-
brings up.
Was the skit even popular in SNL
Yes.
to even make it a movie? Was it that popular?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. I remember enjoying the skit, but not 2 hours of it.
Like this, the problem with this movie off the jump that we discussed about had no plot whatsoever. Like
No.
there was no rhyme or reason to this story at all. Period.
No. Nor do I think his family was saved.
They were not.
I think his dad quit. Did his dad quit drinking? I don't even
No.
think he did he?
No, because at the end of the movie, he said after the intervention, his mom and dad completely cut him off and want nothing to do with him.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
He's like,
This is gonna wait. This is gonna blow your mind. I'm looking at a list right now. Every movie based on Saturday Night Live ranked, and there's a movie called Harold, which I don't remember. The film is based on an obscure sketch way back in season 29. It's about a 16-year-old high school boy who has male baldness.
huh?
That might be pretty funny. It's Pat is number 14. So basically, it's Pat's at dead last because we don't remember the other Harold sketch. Of the sketches that were on more than once, it's Pat was on a lot. Ladies Man is 13. Night the Roxbury 12. Superstar 11. MacGruber 10. Blues Brothers 2000. I saw that in the theater. 9. Coneheads 8. Stewart 7.
no.
No,
Wayne's World is at 6. Who is ranking these? This has Wayne's World 2 ranked higher than Wayne's there. Blues Brothers 4. They got Saturday Night, the new movie about Saturday Night, number 3.
No. It was good.
Bob
but,
Roberts. I don't even remember Bob Roberts.
Mm.
I'm gonna say, hold on. Way back in the on the Steve Gutenberg Pretender show in '86, Tim Robbins had a short film on the program called Profiles. Bob Roberts. So that was all we got from him. And A Mighty Wind is number 1, which is a Christopher Guest
Yeah.
Spinal Tap movie. I guess they did that on.
Yeah.
Are those good? I've never watched those movies. Are they good?
the Spinal Tap. It's
No,
been so
like,
long since I've seen
Best
it.
in Show?
Any of those Christopher
Yes.
Guest, are they good?
Yes, Best in Show is hilarious.
We should watch that. I just
You
don't.
like that one, don't you, Jacob?
Best in Show.
Best in Show, the dog show.
I don't think I remember it. I don't remember. It.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's funny.
The only the dog show I know is from Dumb and Dumber, where he's the the dog handler.
With Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, and they're singing about the terrier. God loves a terrier. No? Okay.
No, I don't remember this.
It's good.
I wonder how many times he played Stuart Smalley. He was on 10 years. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
10 years on SNL.
From 91
must-
to 95, he was one of the most commonly recurring characters on SNL.
I don't know.
Whatever. To me, it all comes down to Wayne's World and Blues Brothers are the top.
Yes.
Those are great movies.
Yeah.
And
The
this
SNL
one,
skits were great. The movies were great.
yeah, this one is Dookie. And is there a sketch they could turn into now from SNL? I don't even watch SNL. I don't
I
even
don't
know
even
if
watch SNL anymore.
there can't even be a sketch now that could be a movie, right? I don't think there could.
I don't think they do like long running sketches like they used to. Is the problem?
I think they
They
do,
might.
Jacob, but I think it's just
just don't
Donald
watch
Trump constantly. Like they just do that all
Oh,
the time,
sure.
right?
Well,
But they don't have a character. They haven't created their unique characters.
Because the
Like-
last
like-
ones,
Mango and
Everybody
Yeah.
love a mango. His dad's guava.
I know they did
Simon.
a while. Like Jimmy Fallon was the Barry Gibbs talk show. He did that for a long time.
He did, and
with Justin Timberlake, yeah.
Yeah.
and then there's coffee talk. There's coffee
Yeah.
talk. Remember that was fun.
The church lady, I'm surprised she never got a movie.
Yeah, Dana Carvey never. Well, other than Wayne's World, never really flipped the character into a movie.
True.
Phil Hartman would have been great to carry a
Yeah.
character over. He was great.
You know what would have been a great movie? A Classic Peg. They should have made a movie with Classic
Oh, the Target lady?
Peg. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That'd have been hilarious.
Classic Peg was Justin Timberlake on Target Lady.
I know. Classic Peg.
Classic Peg. We still do that one.
Oh my gosh.
We love it.
What about
Saturday Night Live host ever?
Kristen Wiig with her little arms? What was that? Remember?
Oh yeah, where
Oh.
the sisters and she comes
I
out with
can't
her little tiny
remember
hands.
her
Yeah.
name, but yeah.
They could have made a movie with Will Ferrell and what was the other character where they were?
The Spartan cheerleaders.
No, that would have been
Oh.
good though. But they could have done that one or the piano keyboard players.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, they could
Lots
have.
better characters.
They don't have characters anymore. They've abandoned the character. You would back in the day. We would look forward to seeing church lady show up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We'd be like, "Oh man, I want to see church lady every week. Like we're gonna see what she's gonna do." Or Wayne and Garth. They don't have that anymore. Now it's just
No.
let's make fun of Donald Trump, and that's what we're gonna do.
The last like real funny skit I remember that stuck with me from SNL because me and Laura used to watch it like pretty constantly, and then it just got dumb. But one of our favorites was this is way back in our days of being in the Mormons. But Tim Tebow is on, and they do a skit where Jesus comes and tells Tim Tebow that he needs to stop praying so much in the end zone. Like he gets it. He understands. And then they're like, and then they ask like, well, Jesus, is there any last wisdom you could give us at this point in time? And he turned around and goes, oh yeah, Mormonism, it's all true. Every bit of it, all of it. And then walks out.
Which is, I guess, why it was funny. But I like Domingo,
It's a big,
but
like,
he's
skit
not
I remember.
really. He's
It was
not
funny
really
to us
a
for that.
character. Yeah, Domingo's not really a character that could carry a movie, but he's my current reoccurring character.
That's a new one.
Yeah, it's funny. It's these girls. It's this trashy lady, and she's at her wedding, and her bridal party singing about this guy that they met that she was hitting on named Domingo, and he shows up, and then at the next one, it's like she's pregnant with her baby, but she doesn't know if it's her husband's or Domingo's, and then it's at their anniversary party, and turns out like her parents are also familiar with Domingo. It's just he's funny, but yeah. So he comes out and they make fun of like popular songs. They sing a little song, but anyway.
You know
See-
what? You know what? You know what would have been a great movie if we could resurrect their corpses from the grave is Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley as male strippers. Now
Yes,
the
the
Chippendales.
Chippendale strippers.
I would
Yes,
go to Chippendales. It would be hilarious. It'd be like we didn't really want
It would be.
to, or they would. Chris Farley would be so funny in this movie.
Yes. Yes.
he would have been.
Sadly,
See-
we can't have that.
Can't have it. Only in our
I think-
minds.
It'd be Chris Rock now and Liam Hemsworth, or not Chris Rock. It would be Chris Rock. Where'd I get that from, man?
I don't know.
James and Liam Hemsworth. That's what it would be now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. See, I was a bigger Mad TV and In Living Color guy than I was SNL,
Oh,
even growing up.
Hobie the Clown movie. That would be terrific.
Probably the clown
Oh my
movie,
gosh.
Fire
Yeah.
Marshal Bill.
Who? Damon Wayans. Remember he played the homeless guy who peed in the jar.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that guy? Oh god, he was always carrying his pee jug around. It was.
They should make a movie today of the Asian lady that goes around is like, you look like a man.
Miss Swan.
Yep, look like a
Swan,
man.
yeah. he look like a man.
I like how we've talked
Yeah.
16 minutes and we haven't really brought up Stewart at all. So bad.
Well, I mean, we kind of have it in the SNL world.
You
What
want me
we
to-
said was more entertaining than the first hour of Stewart. So
oh, for sure. Do you want me to give you a synopsis really fast?
Yes, yes.
Stewart, battling homosexuality, stares into a mirror and tries to tell himself he's straight, but he's really not. And then his mom calls, or I don't know, his sister, his aunt dies, who he loves, who used to scratch his back and tickle him, and he enjoyed it. Goes
so
home,
creepy.
lots of family drama. Dad's a drunk. Comes back to Chicago. Goes back home. Blah 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 blah. Family saying he didn't save him, and if anything, he made him worse. And then he goes home and he's got a job. Boom. Stewart saves his family or not.
So basically, you learn very quickly in this movie, like Stewart, the character Stewart, is addicted to group therapy. Like he's got a
Yes.
different group therapy he goes to, or 12-step programs
Every day.
every day, and he's got like 8 different sponsors from each of these groups,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
And he don't just he has sponsors, but he like invades their life all the time. Like he has to. They're this. I would okay if Stewart came in my self-help program, I
Yeah.
would not want to be his sponsor because I would have to devote all. I would have to abandon my family to go handle Stewart constantly because he would come over to my house saying, "I need you right now," all the time.
He was
None
very
of
needy. He was very full of himself.
But none of them seemed annoyed by it, which was unrealistic. Like they all
Yeah.
seemed really into helping him.
Why though? What is he?
I don't
He's
know.
not got any money. He's not paying
Mhm.
them. Like for me, it'd be like, I guess I got to go, honey, and she'd be like, "Are you cheating on me, Brett? Is there another girl? What's going on over here, Brett? You just leave this guy every time. We start to lay down and snuggle. You gotta go. You gotta go." I'm like, Stewart needs me.
Well, what's just funny too, when you think about it, why is he the one that's running a TV show about helping people when he can't even help himself ever?
If
Like
he's in 8 self-help groups,
he-
why are we watching him?
He's always in a terrible situation where all of his sponsors have to come help him, but yet he's the one with the TV show going, giving people advice on how to fix themselves.
And doggone it,
Yeah.
you're gonna fix yourself for me because I'm Stewart. Stewart Smalley.
Look at the
Such
mirror.
a-
Look at the mirror and say, "You can do this.
You can do this, Brad.
You are a person too."
That should be a movie poster as you as Stuart Smalley talking to yourself in the mirror.
Oh, it should be. It should be.
You can do this podcast. You can do it.
It could be a big podcast. We can do it.
And then I go to my self-help every day and go, what am I doing?
Eating Fig Newtons.
Kill me.
I mean, I felt like after
Nice.
watching this movie, I needed to join a self-help group because this movie was going to cause me to be an alcoholic. It was bad.
Oh, this movie.
That's bad.
So, Vincent how do you say it? Deanna Frio is in this movie, and
Yes.
he is like what we like to call in this podcast. He is slumming it in this movie.
He is much smaller guy.
Yeah,
Like
he is like 8 years past Private Pile on
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
Great movie.
What is he doing in this movie? Like what enticed him to be in an Al Franken movie?
He lost a bet.
He had to.
Gambling debt. Who knows?
Something.
Is this his Tiptoes? Where he's probably like, I wish I would have done that.
It's got to be.
His role of a lifetime.
Who besides Al Franken?
Role of a lifetime. Stuart saves his family.
Besides Al Franken, who was happy to
music.
be in this movie? I mean,
He was? Oh, who was?
no, I'm saying who was like he.
I don't think he
obviously
was happy.
He
to
made
be in
it.
the movie. Yeah, I know, but wasn't good.
I think his little fat sister was happy, right? She seemed like she was joyful. No, I don't think any of them were. Nobody.
No.
Harold Ramis, by the way, is the director of this movie.
Yeah,
What is he doing? Like, why would he direct this movie? What did he see in this that he's like, yeah, I got to do that?
What dirt did Al Franken have on all these people that he had
hey,
to con them into?
that's true.
This is how it went. Look, Al Franken came to his door. No, honey, it's Al. Hey, Al. Hey, I'm Stuart Smalley. Well, why are you dressing in? You're gonna direct my new movie. Nah, I got a new Ghostbusters 3 I'm working on. Yeah, I've got those nude photos you sent me. So yeah, okay, I'm directing it, Al. I'm right there.
I'm in. I got you.
And you're gonna vote for me as state senator of Minnesota one day. Yes.
Seriously.
And then he ended up dying. So there's that. So
Which is funny too, because we kept commenting through the whole movie. When was someone going to, in the movie, call him out as being, a little
flashy and flamboyant. It only happened one time, and it was
at the very end?
5 minutes left in the movie. His dad goes, "I got Liberace for a son," and I'm like, "There it is, Jacob." He finally acknowledged it.
He
It took
wishes
the whole
Liberace
movie.
was his son.
Yeah, if Liberace was his son, he'd have all the alcohol he needed all the
More
time.
talent. Yeah.
Laura brought up a great point about this movie. She said it was just like listening to the MTD book because it was a bunch of different stories just crammed together that didn't match up or make any sense together, but yet it's all in together in a movie.
Yeah.
This was MTD's book before MTD's book. You're right, Laura.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
just did AI write Stuart Smalley?
That's a great question.
It said
Maybe
based
Al
on the
Franken
book
is
by
AI.
Franken. Oh my god! What is he? When's the last time he was in it? Has he been in a movie at all since this one?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Like they didn't even touch base on why did he lose his show on the public access TV show anyways. Like they never even
His
really
boss
covered
didn't
like
him.
yeah, but they don't even get into why. That's kind of an important piece of information.
I know.
He wrote 300 episodes of Saturday. Oh my god!
Wow.
His middle name is Stuart. So there you go.
Oh, jeepers.
He's been on Saturday Night Live a lot. He wrote. Do you? Oh my gosh! Did you ever watch the movie When a Man Loves a Woman with Meg Ryan and Andy Garcia?
No.
No.
That's the movie. He
Oh,
wrote
okay.
that movie. Through good times, through bad times. It's like alcoholism. He has a big thing with alcoholism, doesn't he?
It must have been a true thing in his life. Or
It
in his
had
family.
to have been. He wrote One More Saturday Night, whatever that is, in 1986. It's the
Okay.
problems faced by both teenagers in a small Minnesota town who are trying to get dates for a Saturday night.
So
That
we
sounds
know
way
he's
more interesting than
big into alcoholism, big into making sure his movies are in Minnesota. Based in Minnesota.
yeah.
He's proud of where he's from. There's nothing wrong with that.
As far as an actor, he's been in The Manchurian Candidate. He was a TV commentator. He was Mayor McCheese in a Clerks episode, the cartoon.
Okay.
Third Rock from the Sun, and He was in Stewart Saves His Family, which came out a year after he wrote When a Man Loves a Woman. And so, wow, When a
Here's the
Man,
thing.
we should do that one on here. That's got to be depressing.
Out of all the movies, if someone's like, "What's a good movie to represent Minnesota?" Al Franken is not on my list.
Wow.
I would 15 other ones.
I would say Jesse the Body is way more cooler than Al Franken.
Yeah. If
I
I'm
would
picking-
go for Coach Bombay if he ran. Emilio Estevez, if he moved to Minnesota and ran for something, I'd vote for him.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Laura,
Top-
did you see they're making a Young Guns 3?
No.
They're not even young though.
So I'm ready to see this movie though.
Should
Young
be
Guns is a great movie. We're
Old
gonna be doing
Guns.
it on here. It's happening on here, right, Jacob?
Oh yeah, 100% will be.
Young Guns 3 is
If I'm
gonna bomb.
Old Guns 4.
If I'm picking
Before.
some Minnesota movies, like I'm telling people go watch Jingle All the Way. I'm telling
Mighty
people
Ducks.
New in
Mighty
Town. New in Town.
Town is another great Minnesota movie.
Yeah.
Like there's so many. Al Franken doesn't make that list.
No, this isn't one of them.
I'm like, hey, you want to go see a great Minnesota movie? Go watch Al Franken's movie.
Go watch Stewart
Yeah.
Saves His Family. Promise
No.
you will love me later.
He
You will
basically
move out of the state.
he basically depicted in a degree of all Minnesotans were alcoholics, drunks that were not intelligent and went out into the
Stupid.
woods and just hunted and fished all day.
And then we voted for him. We're like, yeah.
Yeah, because
We are.
because the big thing is his dad shoots his brother while hunting because he's drunk,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
when
but-
they want to have this intervention.
And that's the big thing in this movie too. He's like he starts off the story with all the men in his family have died due to alcoholism, but not in the traditional way you would think. It was they would be working on a window pane on their house and fall off their ladders.
Now that was funny though, Jacob. That was
funny.
It was not funny. It's not laugh out loud funny, but as far as this movie goes, it was funny.
It's funny. But then what the funny part about that was is later on in the movie with that whole thing, they're all drunk. The drunk son is mad at the dad and he goes, "Hey dad, do you want to go work on something on the roof?" So he basically threatened to kill his dad. He's like, "No, son, I don't want to work on anything on the roof."
So strange.
Max is gonna threaten me with that one day. Do you want to go on the roof? No, I'm good. I don't
You
wanna
wanna go
on the
fix
roof.
on
Replace
the
the
roof, Dad?
windows. Yeah.
It's,
Don't you want to, Dad?
Yeah, so then later on, the son goes to get more beer because they drink all their beer out hunting, and the dad thinks he's a deer who's rustling around in the woods and shoots his kid.
But
Thought
to
he was a
be
deer. Yeah.
drunk and be able to shoot a deer is pretty good, though. I mean,
It is. I mean, that's
I-
impressive.
I would feel like I would miss everything.
I mean, if we really being honest, he didn't shoot the deer. He shot a human.
Yeah, he's a little too drunk.
No deers were harmed in the making of this movie.
Too bad they couldn't have shot Stewart and maybe woke him up a little bit from his. What about I find the Roz character. The problem with this movie is there's no bad guy in this movie. There's there is Roz at the very beginning, but there really is alcohol the bad guy in this movie because everyone else
Yeah.
they're just like playing along like we're watching a after school special is what it
Yeah.
felt like. And
Yeah.
Roz was so good. Like the dynamic between her and him was pretty entertaining for the 3 minutes we got it, right?
It was. Yeah.
Like she was
Should have been the
diabolical.
focus.
Jacob and I talked about it on our walk to Dairy Queen. Should have been the focus of the movie.
Yeah.
It would have made this movie so much better if it was just around him trying to keep his public access show, this battle between her and Roz, and then you could have ended the movie with him like making it big on the health network. Like he finally overbeats her to be the big winning victory story. You could have left out all the family drama, all the family nonsense. 100% better movie.
Take a page out of Weird Al's book and make this kind of like a UHF for Stuart Smalley.
Yes.
Or Wayne's World. I think it'd have been interesting if we would have started with Stewart before he was on Saturday Night Live, pitching this show to cable accesses, and then trying to get it started. Nobody believes in him. He's like, I can do this.
Yes.
And he gets it done and then becomes diabolical. He's like, I'm the best. I can do it all. And then
And
somebody, yeah.
the whole shtick is before he goes in any meetings or before he talks to anybody, he always does his affirmations every single time.
And they all get sick of it. So now they're trying, like,
Yeah.
Roz's whole goal. Roz is, this movie should have played more like Roz was. Have you ever seen Private Parts with Howard Stern, the Howard Stern movie?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Roz needs to be pig face or pig vomit in this movie. Like
Oh,
his
yeah.
arch nemesis, who is just, and he's constantly one up in Roz in a way that he can't even see it, but he's doing it. That would have been
Yeah.
way more funny. There's so many other angles Harold Ramis could have went with this movie that he didn't go.
Well, he didn't write it. He just was the director.
Yeah, but he should have told Al Franken. For one, Harold Ramis way more
Yeah.
better writer, and he wrote Ghostbusters. He's a good writer.
Right.
Yeah.
And Stripes. He's way more qualified than Al Franken to speak.
'Cause
his-
they should have did so much more too, that because you could have done all that and added more to the fact that like he had such a hard time, he couldn't lie. Like, so he would try to lie, but then end up busting himself out and telling the truth. Like, you could have done so much more with that aspect of the character, which would have been way more funnier because some of those bits were pretty funny. Like when he steals the tape and goes makes a copy of it, and comes back and the girl doesn't care, but he can't not live with himself, not telling the truth. So he just blasts himself out that he stole the tape and made a copy, and like done more funny sticks with that. Like getting pulled over by the police or and doing something that would have been a lot more funny.
His friends could use him as a not lie tool, like to constantly get the truth of everything. Like that would be funny. Like they're using Al as a weapon, as Stewart as a weapon now. Harold Ramis has been dead for 11 years,
wow.
R.I.P. Yeah.
and he wrote Ghostbusters, Year
Overrated.
One,
Okay.
Analyze That, Bedazzled, which is underrated movie. I like Bedazzled. With
Analyze
Brendan
that. Is that the therapy movie with
Yes.
De Niro? Okay.
Yeah, he wrote Analyze This and Analyze That.
Great movies.
He wrote Groundhog Day, which is a classic.
Oh.
Great movie.
Ghostbusters 2.
Great movie.
Caddyshack 2. Ugh.
I don't never seen two.
Armed and Dangerous. Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. That's a
Okay.
good one.
That's a good one.
Ghostbusters again, Stripes and Caddyshack and Meatballs. This guy was
Oh,
way
yeah.
better.
Huge movies, and then he did this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it would be like Jacob and I writing a script, and we don't have much behind. We have one real good script on it. This is this one, and we hire Kevin Smith to direct our movie, and us not take any tips from him. Like
That's a boss move.
you would
You're the
think,
director.
yeah, you would think Harold Ramis had to be going. I think we could do this and make this funnier because I directed Stripes. I made Bill Murray funny, so like I can do this.
Seriously.
Like,
Could you imagine just sitting there and be like, we're trying to film, and Kevin Smith's like, yeah, just like Kevin, you just sit there and just do what we told you to do. Okay.
I'm
We're-
sorry, did you say action?
right. We're paying you to say cut in action. We handle the adult words, Kevin.
We'll talk to the actors. Thank you.
I mean, that would just be an honor just to do a movie with Kevin Smith. I would let him change the whole thing just because I got to hang out with Kevin Smith. That'd be cool.
Would he do a movie with us though? We may not have any F-bombs in our scripts, and he likes to have the F-bomb.
That's true. But we are from Minnesota, and one of his best movies were made in Minnesota, which is another movie I would refer people to way before this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mallrats.
Mormons. You know, speaking of Mormons, there's one director that is a Mormon. We're talking about Mormons and foul language. That Jared Hess, I think he's a
Yeah.
Mormon.
Yes.
He
Yes.
never puts any
Yes.
bad language in any of his movies.
No.
And they're pretty good. Napoleon Dynamite is a good movie.
Oh, it's a
Wasn't
great
his
movie.
brother in our ward, or was it Napoleon Dynamite's
His
brother who was
cousin.
in our ward?
His cousin.
Yeah,
No.
it was Jared
Oh,
Hess's
okay.
cousin.
Napoleon Dynamite's not a Mormon, right?
Yes.
He
Yes.
is?
I believe he grew up one.
I
Yes.
want to say he is.
John,
I'll look it up. John
oh my-
Heater.
What is he doing now? Like, he doesn't do anything.
John Heater, nothing.
Did y'all like the Nacho Libre? I didn't like Nacho Libre that
What?
much.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
I'm
I
with
thought
you,
it was
Laura.
stupid. Yeah.
Nacho
No.
Libre! Nacho Libre!
You got
Not even funny. Not
I-
even funny.
Yeah,
Sometimes
to
as
me,
adults
it's not.
we read the
Yeah.
stretch of
Yeah, John Heater went to BYU, so he was definitely Mormon. Fun fact about John Heater is he has a twin brother, and the guy that plays Pedro also has a twin brother.
No.
Yes,
Really?
and their twin brothers once met up at some like ran into each other somewhere, and people are like, "Oh," and they're like, "No, we're not them actually."
Wait a second. Jared Hess directed the Minecraft movie?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Wow.
I told you this.
Is he now one of the biggest directors in Hollywood?
He is now. That movie is.
Yeah.
Wait, because before that, the last movie he had directed that was any good was Masterminds in 2015. So he went 10 years without a theatrical movie. What was he doing?
Who knows?
And then Gentlemen Broncos, Nacho Libre. So he's directed 1, 2, 3. Now just 4 movies in theaters. That's not a lot. He does a lot of
No.
TV.
Although the Minecraft movie, just looking it up quick, gross so far now that it's done since it's been out, $816 million.
I know, crazy.
Wow. That's
So Hess is
probably
doing okay.
so Nacho Libre is how he got Jack Black, right? It has to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, over under worldwide gross for Nacho Libre. What is it?
Worldwide, I'd probably say it's like maybe 150 million.
Laura.
How much it's made?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like more than that though. 250. 250
Worldwide
million.
gross 99 million.
Yeah.
Oh.
was
Didn't
way
even
high.
make 100
Yeah.
million.
It's such a great movie.
Okay, worldwide gross Napoleon Dynamite.
That one's got to be probably, I'd say 120.
Well, I'm on the Wikipedia page, so I can't.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry.
46 million worldwide.
That's it. Wow.
But this is a cult. But
Yeah.
the budget for this movie, here's the deal. Budget was only 400,000.
I was gonna say it's got to be like nothing.
So, I mean,
Seems like a lot though. 400,000 seems like a lot.
so what is Jared Hess's net worth now? Oh my gosh.
So what was compared to all that? What was what Stewart Saves His Family gross?
900,000.
Yeah, not even a million.
It didn't even break a million. That's crazy.
Yep.
Jared Hess's net worth doesn't say. Hold on. He's got to have a net worth. Anyway, well, how do we even get on Jared Hess?
You said speaking of Mormons, which
I know we were just talking. We weren't even talking about Mormons.
no.
It doesn't say. Anyway,
Well, fair
What
enough.
else-
I did bring up Mormons like 20 minutes ago. So
you did. So anyway,
Yeah.
this movie, there's not really much to.
Here's another funny
digest.
part of this movie that we can talk about. So he takes them to Hollywood. They're reminiscent about their Hollywood trip, and he's determined to get a picture at the Hollywood sign because he told his daughter he would do it, and they got like 20 minutes to get the airplane. And the mother's like, "We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this." And his dad turns around and goes, "We do need to do this. I'm not going to listen to your mother." Sit there and be like, we did get that picture." And they
That's
put them in the middle street, and cars are just flying at them.
Relatable.
That was the best part of the movie in my mind.
It was.
Yeah.
It's the best
Yeah.
part, and no truer statement from a dad because he's like, I don't want to hear you say we didn't do it because he would hear it. I would do that to Kristen. I don't want to hear it, Kristen. I want to do this, so you cannot hold it against me, Brad. We need to get to the airport, Brad. And
Wait to the airport than hear you complain about this for 40 years. Yeah.
yes, even if it, and then Al gets hit, then Stewart gets
He
hit,
does.
and it's the
The cars
funny
are
picture.
flying.
He's like
He's
in
telling
the
the-
air.
He's telling the kids to stop running out of the middle of the road. The mom's telling him to stay on the side of the road. The kids run except for Al Franken. He stays in the middle of the road and just gets plowed by a
Because he
Corvette.
doesn't know who to listen to.
Young fat Stewart, I thought was much more funnier than
That would have
not
been a great
fat
movie.
old Stewart.
And young fat Stewart, not as gay as old Stewart.
No.
Nothing
I mean,
That would have been a great
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
And them as kids growing up and going through all the that would have been
Those scenes were
fantastic.
funnier. Like
Yeah,
when they
that-
threw the football over the fence and their neighbor wouldn't give it back, and
It could have had like the Sandlot feel to it.
Yeah, when he said
Kids.
when he went into the net, he's
The
like,
Sandlot.
"You want to try to pick on someone that has pubic hair or something like that?" I was like,
God,
"What?"
just what? See, that's a good point, Jacob. Laura, I think this would be a funnier movie is if it started out with Stewart sitting there, adult Stewart looking, going, and he starts to tell a story, and the whole movie he narrates, and you
Yes.
see
Became
him
Stewart.
like going to summer camp, and
How
like,
he become Stewart? Like,
how did
today.
he
Yeah.
become Stewart? And
Yes.
then at the end, he looks at the camera and goes, "Doggone it,
enough.
people like me," and he gets up and he
Good enough,
walks.
hard enough.
That would have been better than anything.
So much better movie. So much better movie.
It could have been nostalgic from the 90s. You'd have been watching the 70s. And like,
in
yeah.
high school when he starts wearing his sweater vests and all of his.
oh, I guess in their mind, they're like, we can't do that because no people want to see Stewart. They don't want to see a kid they don't know play Stewart.
His origin story.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of. We're a very origin story society now. I think
We weren't then,
Like,
though.
No, we weren't.
Oh, if we could go back in time, if we could all go back in time, like us three, we
Let's-
could origin story everything. People would be like,
Everything.
that's crazy. We'd be like, nah, I promise it's going to be amazing. And we start making all this money because we're origin story and everything.
Oh, I thought you meant now. Let's call up Al Franken and be like, we've got an origin story for
I
Stewart.
I
He
would
might
rather
would
take
do
an-
it at this point.
I'd rather take an origin story off of that than this because it had zero story.
Yeah, this
There
had
was
none.
no story.
This had none.
Yeah.
I want to see origin of how Stewart became gay.
And
it
then
had
the
to
biggest,
be. It had to be a moment in camp.
and then the biggest fallacy in this. Me and Brad, we talk about this all the time. We bring this up all the time. When people who 100%, there's no way in real life that they would ever get with a chick or hook up with, and it happens once again. He's got this very attractive sponsor, and they end up becoming an item.
No, they don't become
Yes,
an
they do.
item.
Okay, we talked about this last night, and I will die on this hill. You don't kiss your sponsor on the lips unless that's weird.
I think this is the difference between men and women and how they see things, because like I did not remotely see that they were an item and how she treated him or anything like that. And so
They kissed on the
either-
lips.
Hold on, Laura. She
you
treated
can
him
kiss
like
someone
no.
and not be romantic with them. I don't.
Okay, Minnesota Gary's kissing everyone tomorrow. Just be ready.
I'm married. That's a completely different scenario.
Okay, but hold on.
Different scenario.
If she was not into him, then she's treating him like he's mentally challenged.
Boom.
Well, no, everyone in his life was really nice to him. That's what I didn't understand. But I'm just saying, like, I went to go visit my friends once and I found out one of my friends hadn't been kissed. I'm like, do you want to kiss just to get it over with? Like, kiss it. Like,
Was
I
it a
don't know.
girl?
yeah. No. No.
It's a Katy Perry song.
I kissed
No.
a girl. I liked it.
No, it was this guy that I was friends with growing up. And I'm just like, I think you're too old to have not kissed somebody. Do you want to just kiss and get it over
Oh my
with?
gosh, MG should use that line. I've never kissed a girl, and they'll feel sorry for him.
Never been
Oh,
kissed.
so-
That movie's
Yeah,
already been
he's
made.
the movie Never Been Kissed. Yeah. Never been garried.
Never been married.
Never been married. PG and MG should just start saying, we've never kissed a girl, so we need to be kissed right
Yeah.
now.
They
Yeah.
could star in a movie, both of them together, and they've both never been kissed, and that's the whole movie that they're trying to so badly.
So it's like
That's-
American Pie, but they're just trying to get kissed.
Yes.
Jacob, that's the movie we come up with called A Tale of Two Garys, where they are cats, but then they're born as humans.
Yes.
They like a magical spell makes them humans, and now they're roaming the streets trying to find chicks. And
But doing cat-like behavior.
yes, but having to
100%,
not
yes.
like lick their butt and stuff. And the tagline is these two have 18 lives, and they're just morons.
Oh no!
I want to watch this movie, man.
Yikes!
Oh man. I mean,
There's a scene where PG looks at MG and he goes, will you wipe my leg right there? I can't reach. And he goes, no. And he goes, you've licked my butt before. You can at least do this. Because they're cats.
No.
Oh, that'd be
I
funny.
didn't mean to throw the Garys under the bus. Like that was not my intention.
You backed it up.
But I'm just
at
saying.
this point,
like, I think that's the difference between men and women, because I did not look at that relationship and think that they were an item at all.
they were.
No.
They were.
No.
Any guy would think they were.
Yes.
If a girl kissed me, I'd be like, yeah, she won't.
If a girl's kissing me on the lips and then embracing me, holding me,
Hugging you?
no,
She
they
wasn't
weren't hugging.
embracing and
Yes, they
holding
were.
you. That was a
They were
hug.
holding. No, they were holding each other on the backs as they were walking.
Nope. If anybody tries to hug me again, I'll be like, nope. My husband will think something's going on. Like, nope. Even my father, I'd be like, handshake, sir.
They weren't hugging.
Handshake, sir.
They were holding the lower of each other's backs.
That's because
end of
it's
the-
more awkward doing a neck hug with everybody.
They were side by side. They were not hugging. It was not a hug. They were just holding each other, walking, not hugging.
No.
Okay,
Not
we'll
even-
try an experiment. We'll go to the mall, and I'm going to just walk with my hand on the back of another girl walking down the aisle, and we're like, it's fine. We're just hanging out.
I just imagine that scenario in my mind.
Friends like that. You don't have a friend like that. It's not some random person. It's your best friend.
If I had a friend like that, there should be concerns.
Because you're married. It is completely different. You guys suck. I'm going home.
Jacob's going out with his lady friends tonight. They're just friends. They're not.
It would be different being single and having a best friend of the opposite
Jacob,
gender.
I think you just got to pass.
It sounds like it.
Did you never
I'll pass, Jacob.
Did you never have a guy best friend before?
No,
No.
never.
Oh,
never.
okay, well then that's different. I have.
If I was friends with the
and
girls because I
yes.
wanted to date her.
Yeah, that's 100.
Oh,
I feel
100%.
like every guy that's good friends with one girl, he has angles.
Boom. 100%.
no. I wish I had my old best friend's number. Like, we'd call him up. We were not interested in each other whatsoever, but he was my best friend.
There were nights he probably was like, man, I wish Laura
No.
was here right now. I would make out with her.
Or he likes the dudes.
Absolutely not.
Or he likes
No.
dudes.
No. No.
Let's test that theory, Laura. I'm kidding.
No. I'll see if I can find him again and
No.
I'll reconnect.
Jacob's not encouraging
To
this.
prove a point.
No.
Just to prove a point.
Although, Jacob, she did just hall pass you, so
She
you have
did.
that.
We're just friends.
You want to make a best friend who's a lady, go for it.
No,
Jacob,
thank you.
you could go to the Hutch Mall into
Oh.
the Bath and Body Works with the girl now, with your arm around her waist, and that you could say, Laura, she's just a friend of mine.
Remotely not what I said, but
I'm just
yes,
strolling around. I'm just like,
we'll keep going with this. I will tell my mom specifically not to listen to this episode. No. Scooby-Doo ending.
The happy Scooby Doo ending.
Anyway, what else we have about this movie? Max is
That was about it.
yeah.
That's about it.
We got any reviews, Jacob? Or
I got bad reviews. It says slow, uneven, all over the place. The best part of this movie is the poster.
Huh?
it is a pretty good poster.
Someone just put this 1 star. Harold Ramis made this after he made Groundhog's Day. Enough said. Like, which is true, which is the big point we've been making up. Like, why did he want to be involved in this movie?
Yeah,
He
I don't
did
understand.
Groundhog's Day? That's crazy.
Didn't we just say that, Laura?
We did.
Well, yeah, okay. Moving on. Last performance of me being on this show. It's been
No,
crazy.
no. You're great. You're coming back. You're under contract for life now.
That is true.
I didn't even agree to be on this one. I was just told that we were filming and watching this movie.
That's how it goes.
I have one. I have a 5-star from Stephen Helena
Let's hear
from
it. May
May 8th, 2025, which still blows my mind that this guy's watching this movie and reviewing it. Hilarious. Every dysfunctional family should own this, even the ones that deny being dysfunctional.
Which is like, what?
I don't understand the.
Does he want to use this film as a way to call out his dysfunctional family? Is that?
Yeah, like is he? I'm trying to pull up some more. It's making me like sign in weirdly to see more reviews here. Great movie for SNL lovers humor. I like satire, but I love the main character. Period. This was a huge plus. This is not affiliated with SNL. Was it not?
Yes, it is. Well, maybe they weren't a part of like the movie.
Lorne Michaels produced it, right?
Oh yeah.
This is from December 4th. Lewis writes, I love crazy family movies, and this is one of the best. I've watched this movie 6 times.
You need therapy. I don't know if I can do that 6 times. It was hard enough to get through one.
Laura, movie torture, movie gold.
Just torture. Easy vote. Nothing about it was appealing. Like, it was terrible.
Jacob, movie torture, movie gold.
Movie torture, and definitely the top 3 of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I put it like almost neck and neck with Joker 2. It's that bad. It is that bad. It is horrendous.
I'm definitely we're triple crowning movie torture tonight. This is we don't always do this.
We don't.
This is definitely movie torture. I don't know if it's Joker bad in my mind because it's an hour shorter.
Yep, but I will challenge you on that because what did we do in this movie?
We paused it and there were still 50 minutes left and we all wanted to cry.
This was way shorter.
It felt long. It did feel very long. Like if Joker 2 is a 10 on the worst movies of all time, to me it's a 10. This one's probably a 9.
Agree with you. 100%.
It's not Joker, but it's just a 10th off of how bad Joker was. This movie was horrible. I would not wish this movie on my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. This is a terrible movie. Do not watch it. Do not consume it. Unfortunately, I rented it when I didn't have to last night. We could have watched it.
Even funnier.
Could have watched it on Pluto, and I was like, crap, I paid $4 for this stinker, man.
But could you imagine if we had to go through commercials?
Oh, God. I don't think we would have made it. We would have killed ourselves before it was over.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
It'd have been like a 2-hour, 15-minute movie.
Oh, it would have been 2 hours, 15. Oh, my God. Then we would have went Dairy Queen later. Or, no, not Dairy Queen. The yogurt shop.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, for Laura, you're always welcome on, and you're always going to come on. Jacob, she's like, yeah. For Harold Ramis's career, down the crapper. My name is Brad. It's Movie Torture. We'll see you next week. Hey, we made 53